Okay, so I chose Nikola Tesla for one thing because Tesla is like my dream car, and I really, yeah, love that car. And so I was looking through a list of names, and I saw this, and I thought, hey, well, let's go see if he has anything to do with it. So, something cool about Nikola Tesla was he was born in a lightning storm, and the midwife who delivered him said he would be a child of storm, and his mom said that he would be a child of light, and he was exactly that. So, he was born on July 10th, 1856 in Croatia, and he grew up, religious, and he went to college, and there he started his scientific career, I guess. He started working with an AC motor, or an alternating current motor, which was kind of scandalous. And when he started working with it, Thomas Edison, all the way over in New York, heard about it and decided, hey, let's have him come work with me. So Nikola Tesla went all the way to New York, and he started working with Edison. So, so when he was working with Edison, he made his Tesla coil, which is this thing right here, which is basically like our power grid now, because when it's turned on, it looks like that, and I think that's my favorite thing about it. And it makes these really high voltage, and sparks in, well, it's cool. Okay, he also started working on remote controlled devices after he left Thomas Edison. And, well, he didn't like to call them remote controlled devices because he did not believe that a remote was controlling it, but I don't know why. He was kind of like in between jobs when he started working on that, but then he did go to work for Westinghouse Corporation in late 1893, and there he got his first laboratory, which was in the financial district of New York, and he had moved all of his research into it, and then 2 years later, at around 2:30 in the morning, his lab mysteriously burnt down after he discovered an X-ray, because it was an accident, I don't know how. And he wanted to patent it, but he didn't, because the lab burnt down and someone else did. So there he fell into a depression. He got really obsessed with the X-ray, but couldn't do anything because it was already patented, so oh well. He moved on, and then he started working more with the remote controls, and he introduced it to the world, made it kind of a normality, so that's cool. And he moved to Colorado in 1899, and there he started working with wireless stuff. So he would go out into a field, and he would try and power a lamp on the other side of the field using the Earth's magnetic waves, which he discovered. There he started thinking about stuff like wireless communication, like I guess cell phones and the internet, way back before that even was a thing. He moved back in 1901, I think, and he started his construction on the Wardenclyffe Tower. I don't have a picture of that, but it's in New York, yeah. And it's this big tower, and it has, it's like in his second laboratory, and it's just a giant tower that kind of gives off electrical stuff. Well, Nikola Tesla started working with stuff still, and he was kind of overlooked for a Nobel Prize, but it's okay. He's awesome. Towards the end of his life, he started going kind of cuckoo. Well, at least they made him out to be that way, because he came out with what he called his death ray. And his death ray was, it just kind of used lasers, I guess, and yeah. So he died on January 7th, 1943. I believe he was 83. My book did not tell me, but I did the math. And his little apprentice person that he had with him for the last 10 years kind of brought his work to the government. Conspiracy right here. He believed that his cousin was going to take it and use it for evil, so he went to the government. And they did not release the papers until 1970, which is how the person who invented the Tesla car, I don't know what his name is, got the science behind it, and he took all of his books and all of his research and everything and put it into the car, and so that's how I kind of tied it back. Tesla is original, self-sufficient, and a visionary because he wasn't very, original? Okay, these all kind of tie together. So he was original because he didn't like using other people's work, and he imagined everything in his head, and he wasn't very good at art, so he never drew anything, like ever. So if you read his books, it's basically all just science, and if you don't understand it, then, well, you're doomed. He liked struggle, so when he first moved to New York and when he was in between jobs, he didn't mind that he was poor and basically living on the street because he thought, to be better, I need to work harder, so that's awesome. Yeah, that's about it. Any questions? No? Okay.
If you have a interest in mechanical engineering or electrical engineering, then this would be a good book.
Yes, they also opened a school, the person who made the car, opened a school in his name using all of his research. So,
Bless.
Good job, Bella.
thank you.